Here we are gonna study the atomic structure, and this is a very important part. As we studied in the previous session, that matter is everything which has mass and volume, and we have studied 4 states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. Water, as you know, is a kind of liquid substance. Water is HOH or H2O. It consists of billions of H2O or HOH. By the way, H2O, this is the smallest particle which we can call water. I'm going to ask you a question. Is H, only H, considered as a water molecule? No. How about oxygen? No. The smallest particle which we can consider as water, it's H2O, which is the molecule. This is the smallest particle which has the properties of matter. Here in this molecule, we have 3 atoms, 2 hydrogen atoms and an oxygen atom. Based on that, we can say that molecule, this is the smallest particle which has the properties of matter. The smallest particle which is considered as water is H2O. It consists of 3 atoms, 2 hydrogen atoms and an oxygen atom. Thus, atom is the smallest building unit which can share in a chemical reaction. After that, we are gonna study the atomic structure. Here we have a diagram of atom. In the center, as Rutherford said, we have the nucleus. We can observe that we have 2 types of particles. The green particles, they are known as protons, and we have the blue ones, they are known as neutrons. The charge of protons is positive. Just to remember, PP, positive protons, positive protons. How about the blue ones? Neutral neutrons, neutral neutrons, neut. Neutral means its charge is 0. It's not positive or negative. I'm going to ask you a question. What is the charge of the nucleus? The charge of the nucleus. Here we have 6 positive and we have 7 zeros, which means 0. I have no charges. Here we are speaking about neutrons. The total charge here is positive 6. Which means that the charge of nucleus is positive because it contains positive protons and neutral uncharged neutrons. The last particle we are gonna study here is, yes, electrons. Electrons are the red particles. Their charge is negative. They revolve in a very high speed. Their mass is negligible if we compare it with the mass of nucleus, protons and neutrons. So the mass of the atom is concentrated in the nucleus. I'm going to ask you another question. What is the total net charge of atom? We have counted protons. We have 6 positive protons. Neutrons are not counted because they have no charge. How about electrons? We have 6 negative electrons. Thus, the charge of the whole atom is 0. It's a neutral. It has no charge. Justify because the number of positive protons is equal to the number of negative electrons. In this slide, we have many questions. The charge of protons is positive. The charge of neutron is neutral. They have no charge. The charge of electrons is negative. The total charge of nucleus is positive because it contains positive protons and neutral neutrons. The net charge of the whole atom is 0 because it contains the number of positive protons is equal to the number of negative electrons. The mass of the atom is concerned